Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, is a silent problem that often begins as early as our 30s. At first, it's barely noticeable, but decade after decade, if left unaddressed, it gradually accelerates. As muscle mass and strength decline, so does overall function. This loss isn't just about appearance, it plays a major role in serious health risks, including increased injury, fatigue, metabolic issues like type 2 diabetes, and even reduced quality of life. But this is not inevitable. You have more control than you might think. The path forward is simple in concept: eat to repair and exercise to rebuild strength. By fueling your body with the right nutrients and following structured strength-focused routines, you can slow, stop, and even reverse muscle loss. In the next slides, we'll break down exactly what to eat, how to train, and how to track your progress, so you can regain strength, restore vitality, and take back control of your health. Reclaiming strength: the science of fighting muscle loss at any age. Introduction: the biology of aging muscle. Imagine your body as a well-loved home. While we often don't think about the foundation until we see a crack in the wall, the integrity of that structure is determined decades in advance. One of the most critical, yet invisible, changes to this structure is sarcopenia. While often associated with the golden years, this gradual loss of muscle mass and function actually begins as early as age 30, quietly accelerating every decade we leave it unmaintained. 2-8. This process happens quietly. You may not notice it day to day, even if your weight stays the same, because muscle can slowly be replaced by fat, a change that compromises your metabolic health and physical stability. 2. As we age, the body also becomes less responsive to signals that build muscle, a process known as anabolic resistance. This means older adults need more intentional nutrition and exercise to maintain the strength they once took for granted. 4. 2. Mobility, balance, and fall risk. Muscles are often viewed merely as tools for lifting heavy objects, but in the context of aging, they are your primary stabilizers. They are the oil for your joints and the shock absorbers for your skeleton. Without them, your movement becomes like a rusty door hinge, stiff, labored, and prone to breaking under sudden stress. The reaction gap and the emergency brakes. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related hospitalizations for seniors. Clinically, this is often due to a loss of type 2, fast-twitch, muscle fibers. These are your emergency brakes. If you trip on a rug or slip on a wet tile, these fibers must fire in milliseconds to catch your weight. When systemic muscle loss occurs, these brakes are worn down. By the time your brain sends the signal to catch, the muscles don't have the torque to execute the move. 2. The independence factor. The loss of muscle is the primary driver of the transition from independent living to assisted care. Activities of daily living, ADLs, such as rising from a toilet, stepping over a bathtub rim, or getting out of a car, require a specific threshold of leg power. Once you fall below that functional threshold, your world begins to shrink. Maintaining muscle is not about vanity, it is about the freedom to choose where you live and how you move. 3. Muscle as a metabolic power plant. To understand why muscle loss makes you feel tired and ill, you must view your muscles as metabolic power plants. Muscles are the largest sink for blood sugar in the human body. The glucose backlog. When you eat carbohydrates, they are broken down into sugar, glucose. A healthy muscle soaks up this sugar to use as fuel. However, when the power plants shut down due to atrophy, the fuel has nowhere to go. It backs up in the pipes, your bloodstream, leading to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. 3. The cardiac connection, the main pump. Your heart is the main pump in the basement. If your arm and leg muscles are weak and clogged, the heart has to work significantly harder to move blood through the system. This creates chronic cardiovascular strain. By strengthening your skeletal muscles, you are effectively upgrading the plumbing, which allows the heart to work more efficiently and reduces your resting heart rate. 7. 4. How to spot the atrophy. Systemic muscle loss often hides behind normal aging. However, your body provides clear signals, check engine lights, that the structure is in trouble. 1. The heavy grocery test, towing capacity. If carrying 2 bags of groceries used to be easy but now feels like an Olympic feat, your engine is losing its torque. This indicates a loss of upper body and core strength. 2. The slow motion walk, lagging transmission. Walking speed is one of the most accurate predictors of life expectancy in seniors. If you find yourself consistently lagging behind others or hesitating at curbs, your transmission is slipping. Your brain is sending the signal to walk, but the muscles are not producing the necessary stride length or speed. 2. 3. The furniture launch struggle, hydraulic pressure. Do you need to rock back and forth to get out of a deep sofa? Do you use your arms to push off your knees to stand up? This is a sign that your hydraulic lifts, quads and glutes, are losing pressure. In a healthy house, the legs should handle the lift without needing help from the scaffolding, your arms. 4. The jar lid indicator, the canary in the coal mine. Grip strength is a global marker for systemic health. If you are reaching for the rubber grip pad more often, it isn't just your hands, it's a reflection of your body's overall muscle protein status. 2. Even if you have arthritis, a noticeable drop in grip strength remains one of the most reliable, global markers for your total body strength. V. Nutrition, supporting muscle health. How much protein do you need? Rebuilding your house requires bricks, protein. However, the elderly face a unique challenge, anabolic resistance. Your body requires a higher concentration of protein than a 25-year-old just to maintain the muscle you already have. 4. Older adults generally benefit from 25-35 grams of protein per meal. 3 meals per day, spaced out, 4-6. Many geriatric nutritionists suggest a total daily intake of 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for active seniors. What does that look like? Examples of 25-30 g protein. For us, chicken or fish 30 g. 1 cup Greek yogurt 20 g, add nuts or milk. 1 cup cottage cheese 25-28 g. 3-4 eggs 18-24 g. 1 cup lentils 18 g, pair with other protein sources. Leucine, the trigger for muscle repair. Leucine is an amino acid that helps activate muscle building. Aim for 2.5-3 g per meal from protein-rich foods. 4. Good sources include dairy, milk, yogurt, whey protein, meat, fish, eggs, and soy, tofu, soybeans. HeartSmart protein. Because heart health is paramount, we must choose clean materials. Egg whites, high in leucine, the muscle-building trigger, with 0 cholesterol. Fish and lean poultry, high-quality bricks that don't clog the pipes, arteries. Plant power, lentils, chickpeas, and beans provide protein and fiber, which helps scrub cholesterol from your system. Note, while safe for heart health, the egg yolk contains vitamin D and leucine. Recent studies suggest that whole eggs may actually stimulate muscle protein synthesis more effectively than egg whites alone. If your appetite is low, eat smaller, more frequent meals. Choose soft foods, yogurt, eggs, soups. Add protein to meals, milk in oatmeal, beans in soups. Consider protein shakes if needed. Absorption and digestion. Even the best bricks are useless if they stay on the delivery truck. The slow delivery, stomach acid naturally decreases with age. To help your gatekeepers, you must chew thoroughly, pre-processing, and hydrate the conveyor belt. Spacing, your body can only process about 30 grams of protein at once. Delivering 90 grams at dinner is like trying to fit a whole truck of bricks through a small door. You must space your intake, aim for 25 to 30 grams at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 4. Hydration. Aim for about 6 to 8 cups of water per day, unless your doctor advises otherwise. As we age, the body's thirst signal becomes weaker, so you may not feel thirsty even when you need fluids. Watch for signs you may be dehydrated. Dry mouth, your body is conserving fluids. Dark yellow urine is more concentrated due to low water levels. Fatigue or low energy, even mild dehydration can reduce blood volume slightly, making it harder for your heart to deliver oxygen and nutrients efficiently. This can leave you feeling tired, weak, or less alert, even if you haven't been very active. Vitamin D. Vitamin D supports muscle strength and bone health. Low levels are associated with reduced muscle function and higher fall risk. 5. How to maintain healthy levels. Sunlight. Your skin can produce vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. About 10 to 20 minutes of sun exposure on arms or face, a few times per week, may help. This varies based on skin tone, season, and location. Important safety notes. Avoid prolonged sun exposure without protection. Some medications increase sensitivity to sunlight. Older skin produces vitamin D less efficiently. Diet and supplements. Foods: fatty fish, fortified milk, eggs. Many older adults require supplements. Ask your doctor for a blood test and guidance. 6. Waking up the crew, movement as a work order. Your repair crew will not work unless they receive a work order. That order is resistance training. Simple routine you can follow. 1. Sit to stand, leg strength. How? Sit in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, stand up without using your hands if possible, sit down slowly, count to 3. Goal: 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. Adjust if needed. Easier, use your hands. Harder, slow down or hold light weights. 2. Wall push UPS, upper body. How? Stand facing a wall, place hands at shoulder height, lower your chest toward the wall, push back to starting position. Goal: 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. 3. Resistance band row, back and posture. How? Attach a band to a stable object, pull the band toward your body, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Goal: 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. 4. Single leg balance, stability. How? Stand near a counter or chair, lift one foot slightly off the ground, hold your balance. Goal: work up to 20 to 30 seconds per leg. Adding power for fall prevention. To prevent falls, you need power, not just strength. This means adding a bit of zip to your movements. When you stand up from a chair, do it with purpose, stand up quickly, then sit down slowly. This trains your nervous system to react fast, keeping your emergency response team sharp for when you actually trip. Progressing safely, very important. Your body adapts over time. To keep improving. Every 2 to 3 weeks, try to add 2 to 3 more repetitions, or make the movement slightly more challenging. If it starts to feel easy, it's time to gently increase the challenge. Safety reminder. You should feel effort, but not pain. Stop if you feel sharp pain, dizziness, or instability. Keep a chair or wall nearby for support. 7. Tracking progress. We can use 2 clinically validated tests to measure your progress. 30-second chair stand test. Use a sturdy, armless chair. Cross your arms over your chest. Time yourself for 30 seconds and count how many times you can stand up fully and sit back down. General guide: if you are under 8, your house needs immediate renovation. If you are over 12, your maintenance is on track. 2. 4-meter walk test. Walk 4 meters, 13 feet, at your usual, comfortable pace. If the time spent is under 4 seconds, excellent, conveyor belt speed. Over 5 seconds, caution, the structure is weakening. Over 7 seconds, high risk, immediate intervention required. 2. 8. Recovery and safety. Mild soreness is normal. Stop if sharp or joint pain occurs. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. 1. Support recovery with diet. Your body needs the right nutrients to rebuild muscle after activity. Include regularly. Protein foods repair and rebuild muscle: meat, fish, eggs, dairy, beans. Fruits and vegetables provide vitamins and antioxidants. Healthy fats support overall health: nuts, olive oil, fish. Why this matters. Chronic inflammation may contribute to age-related decline. 1. As we age, the body can develop low levels of ongoing inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging. This may interfere with muscle repair and contribute to weakness over time. A balanced diet, especially one that includes fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and adequate protein, can help support the body's natural ability to regulate inflammation. This, in turn, supports muscle recovery and overall health. 9. Weekly checklist. Daily. Heavy checkmark protein at each meal. Heavy checkmark enough water. Weekly. Heavy checkmark 2 to 3 exercise sessions. Monthly. Heavy checkmark check walking speed or chair test. Conclusion and disclaimer. Muscle loss with age is common, but it can be slowed, managed, and even improved. With consistent nutrition, regular exercise, and proper medical guidance, you can maintain strength, mobility, and independence for years to come. Disclaimer: the information here is for educational purposes. Individuals should consult with a healthcare provider before starting a new exercise or supplement regimen, especially if they have pre-existing heart conditions, kidney issues, relevant to high protein intake, or severe balance concerns. References.